So welcome to Warrior Wednesday. And as we record this class or do this class, this is the last day of summer here in the Western Hemisphere. Tomorrow's the first day of autumn. So we're in this really beautiful time of transition. As you all know, I've had to pull out all of my yoga skills to be present to this moment and not get ahead of myself in just kind of my dislike for cold, being cold. So today's practice is really about that, about what the seasons can teach us. And this season is about slowing down. And even more importantly, I always look at autumn as a time for detox, a time for cleansing. So if you look at the way we do, leaves fall off trees, we get into our garden, and this is when we pull out all those big, juicy tomatoes, and our gardens are starting to go. So we're weeding and we're getting rid of things. So I want to just start us off with a reading about the autumn equinox. So settle onto your cushion or floor or chair. Sit tall. Breathe in what will be these last breaths of summer for this year. Autumn equinox is a time to savor the fruits of all of our hard work through summer. We meet once again here at the balance point of light and dark. The equinox is a moment of balance, of quiet, of stillness, as the sun passes over the equator from north to south. We have reached the time of harvest. As this year, 2022, comes to its maturity, we have choices to make about our personal harvests and about our world. The cycle of the year demands that we make those choices with our eyes wide open and our hearts filled with a passion for life. This passion will get us through the winter to come. So let's practice today this place of stillness, this place of awareness, this place where we honor this present moment and this space in between. So we're going to start with a breath practice. I'd like you to inhale and open your arms wide, like you're just receiving something from outward. And then as you exhale, just squeeze your hands and pull in toward your midline. Maybe even tuck your chin and come into a little round ball. Inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze in. As we continue this, I invite you to find a very slight pause at the top of the breath and the bottom of the breath. And notice what that's like to be completely full and still, and completely empty and still. One more time. And then let's let the hands come to the knees, roll the shoulders onto your back. And as you do, press your chest and belly forward. And then roll the shoulders up by the ears, press your spine backwards. And if anything we're doing today hurts, doesn't feel good, is really uncomfortable, I invite you to just pause in that space between breaths. Just stay there. Just stay in stillness. You could do breath work for 1 hour and leave feeling better than when you came. One more time, shoulders up and forward, shoulders up and back. And then let's sweep the left arm way up and over, reach toward the ceiling. The right arm crosses to the left knee. So just get a hold there and then use that as kind of an anchor to help you stretch the side of your body. The breath in with a pause, the breath out with a pause. And we'll cross and switch. Right arm comes up, pull against that left hand, just open the space. We worked so hard to get here. Let's just be here. And then come to center. Stick your legs out in front of you. If you're on a cushion, come off the cushion. We're going to come into a pose called Dandasana. It's a staff pose. If your hamstrings are super tight, you can bend your knees and maybe even slide a block underneath. Clear the flesh and roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So Dandasana is actually a really challenging posture. It's a core strength posture. So I'd like you to pull your navel into your spine, lift your rib cage, the shoulders stay relaxed, toes pulled back, and just hold. I want you to notice two things: strength, right? So the strength of your legs to hold in this position, the strength of the core, but also a stretch. The back of the legs are getting a stretch, and we're not using hands for leverage at all. We're using our own strength to create a stretch. It's not quite as relaxing as when we fold over, but it's still the same benefit to the back of the leg. So hold here for 3, 2, 1. And relax your feet, point your toes down. Let's slide the hands back, and you can just stay right here, lifting and breathing. If you'd like, come up into incline plank. Strength that also creates a stretch in the front of the body. And then let's move between the two. Dandasana, just come to a nice tall spine. Exhale. Point the toes, slide the hands, lift, inhale. Exhale. Doesn't seem like much movement. There's a lot going on here. Incline plank to Dandasana. We'll do it one more time. Point your toes, lift and lower. Awesome. Flip around to tabletop. If you're sitting in a chair, you can just keep your hands at your sides and do a gentle seated cat and cow, focusing on that space between the breath. We're going to create a kneeling flow. So the next time you exhale, shift all the way back to child's pose. Walk your fingers forward. Really stretch out, tailbone to fingers. And then, like you're drawing lines on your mat, drag your fingers, pull into your shoulder blades. So you're feeling that stretch in the upper back. Come super slow motion. As you get closer to your legs, lift up onto your shin bones, circle the arms around and up. Come back down to kneel and reach forward into child's. So you know that motion now. If you need to adjust your knees, go ahead and take them wider or more narrow. And then again, round your back, drag the fingers, come up onto your knees, circle the arms up, take a little back bend, and come down and return. Big breath out. Let's do that 2 more times. Roll up. And kneel down. Stretch. Circle up. And come down. As we stretch out this time, let's tuck our toes, stretch the bottoms of your feet. Shift your hips from side to side, start to feel that, the fascia, the arches. And then pressing the hands into the floor, knees come closer together. I'm gonna be a little bit mean right here. I want you to hover. I want you to just come 1 or 2 inches off the floor. Feel strength and stretch, both at the same time. Where do you feel strength work? Where do you feel stretch? And then slow motion up we come, downward facing dog, which is another pose of strength and stretch. Pedal your heels, shift your weight. Breathe your breath. So if you think about it, this is just staff pose upside down. Like if my arms are at my sides, I'd be in staff pose. So pose of strength and stretch. Let's walk forward. Come into forward fold, Uttanasana. Knees are bent, head is loose. Let's come to ragdoll, and we're just going to use our arms like a little window frame behind our head and in front of our face. So loosening up the shoulders. Keep that bend in your knees. Just dangling the arms down. And then press to shins, lengthen through the spine. On the inhale, circle the arms around and up like we did kneeling, come to back bend. As we come through heart center, we'll melt down. Bend the knees, circle out and up, and forward. So we'll do this a few times, and I'd like you to start to think of these movements and breaths as your fall detox. I'd like to issue a challenge that for the next 5 days, starting tomorrow, the first day of autumn, that every single day you move your body in a way that feels like you're letting go of something old and you're drawing in something new. So right now it's just carbon dioxide is the old, oxygen is the new. Maybe there's more, maybe there's stuck, stale energy in your body, tension, soreness, something old. What can we let go to make room for this new season? Let's go one more time, everybody. Circle out and up. And we'll come back to this forward fold. Let all 10 fingertips rest on the floor. Heel toe your feet closer together. Lift one leg behind you. Come to a 3-point balance. Strength and stretch. Try to keep your head lifted so there's a stretch here, but there's also strength happening. And then switch. There's strength here. There's stretch here. Let's switch again. And then let the opposite hand just reach slightly out in front of you, almost like when we do spinal balance. You're resting on one foot and the opposite hand. And then we'll switch. Just notice your strength, your stretch. And then release. Pressing hands to shins, let's reach all the way up, extended mountain. Find a back bend. Here in this back bend, let's cactus the arms, make the back bend come up a little higher. And lift to neutral. Back bend, cactus your arms. Lift to neutral. One more time, everybody. Front body opening, cleansing, detoxing. Come to center, hands to heart. All right, gorgeous. Sun salutations. Let's build some heat. So same slow motion, rise up. Loud exhale, forward fold. Press to shins halfway. We're going to pause here for just a breath. Press your shins into your hands. Press your hands into your shins. Strength and stretch. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Oh, my triceps are sore from Monday. Woo! Shift forward, plank pose, hold. Hold, so press the earth away. Open your shoulder blades, belly button in, strength. Mostly strength here. There's not a lot stretching. Let's lower our knees, spin the elbows, shift forward and lower halfway down. Strength. Pull forward through the crown of your head and then melt your thighs, belly, chest to the ground. Roll up to cobra. Pause here. Back body is strong. A little stretch through the front. And then release, downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. Everybody find the space between the breaths. Looking forward, step or hop to your hands, lift halfway. Sigh as you fold. Rise up. Back bend, let's cactus our arms and bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. One more time, just flow through that sun salutation, strength and stretch working together. A detox for the body as we enter autumn. What can we physically remove to allow some space for a new season? Let the breath be symbolic. Out with the old, in with the new. Coming forward, feet to hands. Find that strength again. Hands press to shins, shins press to hands. Super strong. Fold forward. Sweep high, everybody. Circle back, back bend. Cactus your arms. And then find the hands in front of the heart. Beautiful work, everyone. Step a little bit wider. Reach behind, interlace your hands. Let's take this chest expansion. Draw breath forward. Good. And on your exhale, hinge from the hips, knuckles high, head down low. What's happening right now? This precious moment in time, the space between breaths. Let your fingertips touch the floor. Step your left foot back and come down into a kneeling lunge. In this kneeling lunge, we're going to just do something a little bit different today. I'd like you to lift your back leg, but your toes stay pointed. So you're on the top of your foot or the front of your back ankle. Something new, something different. Awareness. And then drop that knee back down. Press onto the front thigh, lift up into a gentle kneeling back bend. Let's raise the left arm. Lift that hand a little bit higher. Hold left side of the body nice and long. Good. And then as we come back to neutral, take out the back bend, cross the body. So left arm to the outside of your right knee, right arm wraps behind your back. Say hello, you can just kind of wave with that back hand. We're gonna take a twist here. So looking over the right shoulder, spine is straight up and down. The hips are stacked over your left knee. Look back. Twisting is an awesome way to detox. And then come back to center. Lower the hips again, fingers on the floor. Let's tuck the back toes, low lunge, and then we'll circle the arms out and up. Let your right hand wrap around your left wrist and stretch this side body. Let's pause here to find a space between breaths, top and bottom. On the next exhale, release. Fingertips to the floor, launch, lift that back leg. So we picked up one hand before. Option to take both hands onto your shin. Strength and stretch. Breath. Pause. Good, release, step into forward fold. Let yourself sigh as you exhale here. Notice the two legs, very different. So let's even that out. Right foot steps back, knee comes to the ground. I think we're gonna love autumn yoga. Lots of detox. All right, come push into that shin stretch. The top of the foot, the front of the ankle, the shin. Strength and stretch. And then we'll drop that knee. Hands pressed to the left leg, lift up into your little kind of medium back bend. And then the right arm lifts. Reach up through the side body, the space between breath. And then rise to neutral. So your body's in a straight line, head to bottom knee, crossover, wrap and twist. We're looking over the left shoulder. Inhale to lengthen your body tall, exhale to ring out. So good. Let's unwind. Fingertips come back to the floor, tuck the back toes, the knee lifts, and up we come, high lunge. Take a moment to find your stability, your balance. Gorgeous, everybody. Wrap your left hand around your right wrist and give a nice long tug. Let's pause here, look up, feel space between breath. Let's release, hands come down to the ground and we will launch 3-point balance. You can stay here or bring your hand or hands to your shin. And that effort to press hands to shin, shin to hands gives you some stability in your standing leg. Strength and stretch. One more big inhale, everybody. Exhale, release. On your next in-breath, slowly rise up. Find that standing back bend. Cactus your arms. And come to heart center. Whew. How are your hips? Okay, warrior poses. So right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. Let's come into this warrior one stance. We're gonna move our arms. So inhale, lift. Exhale, circle all the way around. How big of circles can you draw at the sides of your body? Lean over that leg. Bend backwards as you open. Detox. Trying to find those little corners in the body where energy got stuck, where trauma got stuck, where scar tissue built up. What are the blockages? What are the places of restriction? And let's move through those. One more big open breath. Open your arms out to the side like you are just holding the autumn sun in your arms. And then just rotate that sun open. Come into warrior two with palms up. On the inhale, hands lift, legs straightens. On the exhale, lower down. A little different look at warrior two, palms up. How does that feel to your shoulders? Let's keep the arms lifted. Lean to your left side. I know that's different. You're mirroring me. But lean backwards slightly. It's actually sideways. On the exhale, triangle pose. So palms down, shifting forward, coming into Trikonasana. Turn your head to look up at your hand. You can bring your hand to your shin or ankle if that feels better. Find a space between your breath. This is a pose of strength and flexibility both. Meet yourself here, your strength, your flexibility. Let's put a bend in this knee and then reverse your warrior with a bent knee. Open to warrior two and turn your toes to the side of your mat. Palms lift. Palms reach behind towards each other or interlace. Open your chest and take a wide forward fold. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Find the space between breath here. Let your hands come to your low back and then just slide your hands down the outside of your legs to catch the outer ankle or heel. Bending the elbows, use your strength to create a little more stretch. Lifting halfway, turn toward your left foot and rise up into warrior one, second side. As soon as you get to the top, the arms begin their circle journey around. Fold over your leg. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you fold. The work here is cleansing, wringing out, detoxing. Where do you find those little pockets that need a little wringing out? One more big circle, everybody. And then we'll just hold the arms out wide, palms up, soft elbows, rotate, warrior two. On the inhale, palms lift, legs straightens. Good. Exhale, lower. Move with your breath. This time of awareness, noticing when our minds get ahead of us and just coming right back here. One more time as we lift, straight leg, just bend your right side. Bend toward the side body. Breathe. Good. From neutral, arms open, palms down, shift into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Reach as far as you can, and then windmill. As we twist open, we're looking toward our top hand. Find your breath. Find the space in between the breath. Good. Let's put a bend back in that knee, side angle, and then reverse warrior, keeping that knee bent. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Everybody, warrior two. Straighten toward the side of your mat. Palms uplift. And on the exhale, reach behind towards or interlace your hands and fold. Let out a longer exhale here. See if you're holding on to any breath. Good. Let the hands come down the side of the legs once again. Fingers to ankles or heels. Use your upper body strength to slightly increase the stretch. Long exhales. Let's lift to a flat back. Turn the toes out to the corners. We're starting now with a slow lunge, side to side. If you'd like to take that a little deeper, you can let the toes lift and let the hips sink a bit more. The toes of the straight leg. And if you'd like to challenge yourself, do this with hands off the floor. So your own strength, your own stretch. You can reach out kind of the way a speed skater does. Your strength, your stretch. And as we come back to center, let's pivot toward the front of our mat. Step back foot to front foot, forward fold. Sweeping the arms high, extended mountain, tiny back bend. Cactus your arms. And bring your hands in front of you. Balance, a time of balance. Standing on your right foot, pick up your left knee. And we're going to keep our hands here at heart center. So this is your own strength, lifting the leg. And then we're just going to extend that leg out in front. Your strength, your stretch. Notice how different it feels when you're not able to hold and leverage with hands. You have to rely on your own strength. A little shake, shake, shake going on over here. Let's figure 4 this and sit into a balancing hip opener. Hands stay at heart, sit as deeply as you can. Your strength, your stretch. If you'd like a little bit more, bring your fingers toward the floor and maybe even touch. If you want a little fun fall bonus on a Wednesday, bring your toes around the back of your tricep, walk your hands forward, and see about resting your shin on the backs of your arms. Not necessary, but kind of fun. Something to work on. Maybe hashtag fall yoga goals. Let's go ahead and come up super slow. And come to stand. You shake your legs a bit. Let's reach the arms up, take a little back bend. We'll shake that off. Cactus the arms. And come to heart. Let's stand on our left, pick up our right. And then use your own strength to extend that leg and hold. Whew. Space between breaths. Take a figure 4 and have a seat. So this is a great place to stay. You're welcome to reach your hands closer to the floor, increasing the stretch. And if you chose an arm balance on the first side, wrap your toes around the back of your tricep, place your hands on the floor, and create that arm balance, shin on the back of your arms. This is a really good song for autumn. Come back up. Goddess Kali Durga is a goddess of destruction. Take your feet wide, shift side to side. She's the goddess that comes in and sweeps away what is no longer needed. The leaves off the trees, the toxins in the body from all of our summer play. Feet out wide, 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, forceful breath. Inhale, inhale. We're gonna do a few more of those. That feels good. We're sweeping out like Goddess Kali, sweeping out. Maybe it's time for a juice cleanse or a fruit cleanse or more hydration, less processed foods. What goes out? What comes in? We get to choose. One more time. Reach to the corners. Take a huge breath in. And slowly exhale. Turn your toes. Fold forward. Let's find ourselves in a tabletop position. Knees wide, hips back, child's pose. Let your elbows come down, palms together, hands to the back of the neck. And maybe walk your elbows forward, give your triceps a little stretch. Pressing up again, tabletop. Let's scoot ourselves around. Let's visit Dandasana one more time. Clear the flesh. Pull the toes. Find your core. So if we had our arms in the air, there's downward facing dog. Just sitting down. Sit a little taller. And let's fold over our legs. Longer exhales. And back to Dandasana. Let's come down onto our backs. Knees to chest, side to side. Let's take the knees wide. Grab the backs of your hamstrings, pull down, make footprints on the ceiling. You can hold on to your ankles or the outsides of your feet. Happy baby. A little more pressure down. The song ends with thank you, Mother. Thank you, Ma Durga. Thank you for removing what no longer serves us physically, nutritionally, mentally, emotionally. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana, a gentle stretch of the inner thighs. Bring one hand to your belly and another hand to your heart. And as you breathe here, allow new in, old out.
May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I take care of myself happily. May my parents, teachers, relatives and friends, fellow Dharmafarers,
bring your knees together, come into bridge pose.
Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they take care of themselves.
Breathe in new. Breathe out old.
May all yogis in this compound be free from enmity and danger. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they
exhale,
take care
release.
of themselves.
Knees in one more time, legs to sky.
May all monks in
Point
this
and
compound,
flex. Circle your ankles.
novice monks, laymen and laywomen disciples,
As the right knee comes to the chest, squeeze at the hip. Let the left leg hover just above the floor. Strength
from physical suffering.
and stretch.
May they take care of themselves.
That bottom leg comes straight up.
May our
Switch.
donors of the
Squeeze
force
the left. Lower the right just above the
be
floor.
free from
Strength
enmity and danger.
and stretch.
Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical
Leg
suffering.
comes up, both knees to chest.
Take care
Let's
of
bring the head
themselves.
up to the knees. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Wring everything out,
May our guardian
even till you
devas
shake. And then inhale, lengthen through
in
both
this
toes and
ministry,
fingers. Breathe
in this
in,
dwelling,
exhale, squeeze again, tight little ball.
in this compound,
Inhale, lengthen.
may the guardian devas
One more time,
be
squeeze.
free from enmity and danger, be free from mental
And release
suffering, be
into
free from physical
Shavasana.
suffering. May they take care of themselves.
Feel your body surrendering here.
May
Gravity.
all beings, all breathing things, all creatures, all individuals, all personalities, may all females, all males, all noble ones, all worldlings, all deities, all humans, all those in the four woeful planes, be free from enmity and danger, be free from mental suffering, be free from physical suffering. May they take care of themselves happily. May all beings be free from suffering. May whatever they have gained not be lost. All beings are owners of their karma. In the eastern direction, in the western direction, in the northern direction, in the southern direction, in the southeast direction, in the northwest direction, in the northeast direction, in the southwest direction, in the direction below, in the direction above. May all beings, all breathing things, all creatures, all individuals, all personalities, may all females,
My friends, I invite you to find one more pause between breaths. The top, at the bottom. And then in whatever way suits you best, begin movements and ease yourself back to a seat. When you are comfortable, you can place your hands in any way that feels to you like gratitude. That could be hands over the heart, hands together, palms up. Find a gesture of gratitude, and I will leave us with the words of Rolf Gates. So we show up, we burn brightly in the moment, we hold nothing back, we live passionately, and when the moment has passed and our work is done, we step back and we let go. I am grateful to be on this path with each of you in this season of letting go, of removing layers of what doesn't serve us and putting on new layers of that which does. Thank you all for your time, for your practice, for your beauty. Bowing to each other. Namaste. Hi, my friend. Thanks for taking time for yourself today. If you ever want to practice with me live over Zoom, jump over to my website, denisestruce.as.me, grab a class. They're all free or by donation, or just continue enjoying these videos here.